Let me know if you can hear me. I can adjust the level of my microphones. Let me see if that makes it better compared to my voice and my guitar. Is that all right? So, I've been playing a lot of open or spread triads lately. Actually, I've been into it for a while, but I thought it'd be neat to revisit it and show you some cool ways to practice them. So I think there's at least 12 shapes, and you can practice them going like this. So let's say we're in A, right? Here's root position, here's first inversion, second inversion, and then back to root position again. And then you go up to the next inversion on the E string bass note. And then the next inversion. So there's 12. 1, 2, 3. And then here's another cool thing to do is you can do 1 with a minor 4. Interestingly, that one is also, it sounds like 5 to minor 1. There's something about the gravity of 5-1 in minor and 1 minor 4. The musical gravity is kind of interchangeable. It's the tension resolution relationship can go either way. Anyway, here's 1 to minor 4. And then you do it here. Now, like I said, you can make it sound like it's in D minor, you know. Anyway, I don't even know if this is working. Let's see here. I'm going to put that progression in a looper here. So that's A to D minor, back to A. So that to me sounds like the 5th mode of melodic minor. And it's kind of like, I don't know, you probably have heard that sound before. Kind of a vamp on the 5th mode of melodic minor. Kind of has this gospel-y vibe, right? And once you realize, or once you sort of assign a mode to it, then you can substitute it for any other chords in that tonality. So we're in, say, D melodic minor. So you can do something like this. So we're in D. Yeah, you can go B half diminished, which is the 6th mode of D melodic minor. Go to A. this. G, G7 to A. Oh, sorry. Yeah. I just did kind of like G7 voicings. Yeah. There's a sharp 11 in that. Anyway, so here's B half diminished to A, another B half diminished to A, B. So I can go just B diminished. Sounds nice, huh? So these open triads in B diminished sound pretty cool. I can do let's see, yeah, G major, G major, A, or I don't know, D minor and A. You know, that's just a triad pair thing. There's something super cool. It's like if you take that 4 and the 5 in the key of D melodic minor. There's a Johnny Smith lick that I've stolen that uses that. So say you're playing a C sharp altered, like super Locrian altered, which is the 7th mode of D melodic minor. You can play the triad pair of the 4 and the 5. It sounds really cool. So if I do, say imagine C sharp 7, and I'm going to play an A and a G and A and a G and A and G. Anyway, you heard that before? That's kind of cool. No. So see if I can do it with the bass in there. Well, sort of. I'm live. I'm doing live on Facebook. I don't even know if it's working actually. Someone say something. No, come on in.
Nah, I don't want to bother you with this.
It's all right. You're not a bother. Anyway, so there's I've been playing a lot of Bach lately, and I've been analyzing the implied harmony of the Bach violin stuff, and it's fascinating how Bach rarely repeats himself, and the elegance with which he changes keys is just mesmerizing to me. So here's this one piece. It's in B minor. It goes. here's what the chords do. It's B minor to F sharp over A sharp, and then back to B minor, and then it's just the G, C sharp diminished to A over C sharp, to D. So he's in the relative major right now, and then it's like the 2, but you could also hear it as the 4 chord of B minor, B harmonic minor. Has this like passing flat 6, and then so now with this like E diminished, you can hear that as a 4 chord of B harmonic minor. You know that you can voice the 4th mode of B harmonic minor with a sharp 4, so you can hear it kind of as a diminished, you know. Right. So anyway, we do it in context. So it's E minor, passing flat 6, but then he goes down a half step to D sharp diminished, to E7, to C sharp 7, back to, it's kind of like this, like diminished. It's like cycles. Back to F sharp 7 with a flat 9. Back to here, B minor again. And then it goes. So then it goes to G major. And then back to E7, and then resolving to A. And that's interesting. So he went from, just in a short period of time, he went from B to the relative major to using the pivot chord of the 4 minor. Okay, all right. Thank you, Jake, for commenting. I didn't even know it was working. And then cycles through a bunch of like back to B minor, and then he goes to the flat 6. You can hear that as a 1 chord, but you can also still have the memory of B harmonic minor in there, because you can there's a G that does exist in B harmonic minor. But then he goes back to the relative major, D, so, which is interesting. So this, according to B harmonic minor, G is the flat 6, but it's also the 4 chord of the relative major. Does that make sense? It's kind of like it's an algebra. And then, let's see. Yeah, so we're in D. He establishes D as home base because he does a cadence. And then he goes to the B minor, which you're hearing it as the 6, but you also remember that it used to be the 1. So let's see if it turns into the 1. Yes, it does, because he does F sharp, back to B minor again. And then he does a 2 dominant. And what's interesting now is he goes to B major for a second, which you can kind of sounds like it could be in the key of G. Sorry, no. What would that be? A. But you could also justify B major as the 5 and the 4 of E melodic minor or E major. It's kind of mysterious there. Let's see. It's going from C sharp, B minor, F sharp minor, B major, A major, and then it goes to G sharp half diminished, and then F sharp minor, like, and then resolving to C sharp major. So now you can hear this as 5 of F sharp melodic minor, like this, like the 5 of, yeah, as a 1 chord, right? You're hearing it as it's like a 1 with a minor 4. Bach seems to do that a lot. He'll tonicize a major chord by doing a minor 4. But then he might go back to the minor. Right? Hey, Jaron, thanks. And then, so yeah, what's really cool is like if you play those implied harmonies as open triads, it kind of sounds like a chorale, like Bach wrote a chorale. To F sharp minor, which is what we just did. So we went to C sharp major, but with as a 5 of F sharp minor, and then we went to B minor. So you can hear this, and then that as 5, 1, 4 of F sharp harmonic minor, and then it goes to G, which is the flat 6 of B minor. So when it went here, B minor, you're thinking it was just the 4 chord of this. But then when it went to G, you're like, oh, wait a minute, that was the 1. So you know what a pivot chord is, right? It can be 1 chord in 1 key, but it can also be another chord in another key. So this B minor functions as a pivot chord. So your ear accepts it as the 4 chord coming from here. But your ear accepts this, having remembered now that this, re-remembered, justified this as a 1 chord. Does that make sense? So this B minor, again, it's a 4 chord or a 1 chord in this case. And then G. But then he immediately goes to C sharp 7 again. And then, which is another interesting thing. So this G, according to F sharp, is the flat 2. So you can justify it in terms of thinking of it as a Neapolitan chord. A Neapolitan is a flat 2. So you can go, this progression is super cool. So C sharp, F sharp minor, B minor, G, C sharp, back to F sharp minor. So he sort of establishes this. Sounds super modern. That sounds like something Rachmaninoff did in his different key, but I think the C sharp minor. So C sharp, F sharp minor, B minor, G, C sharp, or C sharp 7, back to F sharp minor. I love that progression. It's so super cool. You can do it in different inversions. I think it sounds really neat. So C sharp, F sharp minor, B minor, G, C sharp, back to F. I'll just repeat that. actually show you what happens after that, which is really cool. It goes, so C sharp, F sharp minor, B minor, G major, C sharp, back to F sharp minor, back to C sharp, but then it resolves to F sharp major, but then it goes to F sharp dominant, and then resolves to B minor. Isn't that cool? That's how it gets back to the top. So it's sort of this journey from C sharp to F sharp minor, B minor. You don't really, I mean, it sort of hints at being a 1 for a second, but you immediately are thrust back into the world of F sharp minor, but then major. And he uses that major chord as the, that's a part of a minor plagal cadence. But then he gets you back to B minor. Isn't that cool? I love that so much. Let me put that in the looper here. I'm using the Boss RC300. It's down here, you can't see it, but it's got the click in there. I like it. All right, 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3. Might be too fast for me to play, but let's try it. Actually, it is too fast. Let me do it again. 1, 2, 3. 2, 3. 7. Up a little bit, but let me show you what it sounds like with the line, the violin line. So. Try it again. Works, right? Isn't it amazing how he just elegantly leads from key to key? Anyway, I love that stuff. So open triads. If you have access to a lot of shapes, I think it helps. So the other day I was saying you can practice by practicing by inversions or by what the melody is doing. So when you're doing this one, your position, it has the third in the melody. And you can either do that shape that goes back on the neck, or you can do this shape. Either one's fine. I think the only when I favor this one is because of the voice leading can be like on the same string. Like if I went to this one, which is the first inversion of E, like A to E, back to A. If I was here, it's maybe not as elegant a transition because the voices are on different strings. So does that make sense? So anyway, if it's on like a D minor, again, same thing. If I'm here, I probably wanted to do it like this. Like slide these two fingers here, which is a little awkward because I would probably never play this, intuitively. got different awareness of what the melody is doing. So this is the third in the melody, this is the fifth in the melody, and this one has the root in the melody. But you can also be hyper aware of what the bass is doing. So that's the root in the bass, the third in the bass, and then fifth in the bass. And what's neat is if you isolate, say a melodic choice, say in this case a C sharp, try to do something with a C sharp in the melody as if it's the root, which would be this chord, and if it's the third, it'd be this one, and if it's the fifth, it'd be this one. It kind of sounds neat. They kind of go well together. So that's on the G string. On the B string, you can do that too. So root. Let's see. It'd be this. Is that right? No. That's the fifth. I need to be in the key of C sharp. Oh yeah, this one. Yeah, this one. And then if it's so that's the root. If it's the third, I'm in A, so it would be like this. And then if it's the fifth, I'm doing this one. So this one goes back on my neck. Anyway, I just wanted to make sure my system worked. So thanks for checking it out. Okay, bye.
You're not recording right now, so I'm going to take a little bit of